Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2021, and today I want to talk to you about knowing when to call it. And what I mean by that when I say knowing when to call it is knowing when to end a relationship or a friendship. Too many times we stay longer than we should. We stay in toxic relationships longer than we should because we hope that things will turn around. We hope that the person will change. We hope that they'll see our investments and miraculously they'll gain an appreciation for who we are. But to be honest, a lot of times that doesn't happen. A lot of times people are not ready to give us what we deserve. So, with that being said, we have to make a choice: stay and tolerate the abuse, or leave and get what we deserve. Those are our options. Oftentimes we stay because we've invested years. We have children, we have memories, we have money and finances intertwined in the relationship or friendship that we've invested, and we just don't want to give up. Because to give up means that we have to start all over again. And a lot of us are afraid to start all over again with someone else new, having to learn that person, having to deal with their nonsense, having to learn their game. So we just stay in toxic relationships, you know? But the thing about this is that when you stay, you co-sign the abuse. When you stay, you send the message that it's okay. They can treat you bad as long as they don't leave. And that's not good. That's not good because the other person knows. A lot of times people know. They know that you don't want to leave. They know that you don't want to go. And so they'll exploit that. They'll manipulate you and they'll gaslight you and try to convince you that you're crazy, that you're the one with the problem, that you have issues, that you're too this or you're too much of that. And no. Thing about it is you got to know when to call it. You got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. And if you don't know when to hold them and when to fold them, stay tuned because I'm going to definitely discuss when you should get out of a toxic relationship. But first, I want to give the analogy of a key. Too many of us try to put the key in the ignition of a car that's dead. We keep on trying to jumpstart dead cars. A lot of times, we're pouring into somebody and they're not pouring back, and we keep on pouring into them because we hope that our efforts will gain an appreciation. We hope that this car that we're pouring so much into, this human being that we're giving so much of our time and energy to, we hope that eventually our efforts will get just returned, reciprocated. But that never happens hardly. And so here you are, turning the key in the ignition of a dead vehicle. Turning, hearing the cough and the hiccup. You got to know when to call it. Time of death. Know when to call it. How to know when to call it? You know when to call it, one, if there's abuse. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. If there's abuse, call it time of death. Because you can't keep on tolerating abuse without it affecting your entire soul. Abuse eats the soul. And if you continue to tolerate that, you send the message that it's okay. And it's not okay. So abuse, no, that's a deal breaker. If a person stops caring how you feel, the moment that they stop caring how you feel, in my experience, time of death. Now, don't tolerate it. When they stop caring how they make you feel, when they start to think that you're overreacting, when you have genuine concerns, they gotta go. They gotta go. They got to go. Another way, when it's time to end, and this is so true. This right here, if you take nothing else from this video, take this. You know when to end a friendship when you get the sneaking suspicion that it never even began. Just take a moment to ponder that. You know when to end a friendship when you get the sneaking suspicion that it never began. When you start to realize that the person never really cared about you, they just cared about how much they can get from you. You know? They only cared about what they can get out of you. You know? And that's when you know. Call it time of death. Because you can't keep on investing in dead things and still remain alive. If you continue to invest in dead things, guess what? Eventually you're going to turn into the things you invest in. Scary thought? Yeah. You're going to turn into a dead thing. If you keep on giving your time, your energy, your focus to dead things, that is exactly what you will become, a dead thing. These people will bleed the life out of your entire soul. They will bleed you. And they won't care. That's why you have to erect strong boundaries. You have to tell people, no. It's either you or me. And quite frankly, I'm choosing me. And that's not selfish. That's being self-full. Keeping yourself full so you can be present for other people. Because this world, they will drain you of every iota of energy they can get. And they won't care. They will not care. They will leave you an eviscerated bag of bones, depleted of all your vitals. You can't let that happen. That's your responsibility to protect yourself and not to let somebody drain your energy. Learn when it's time to call it. And I know we want to definitely hang in there and work with people. Sometimes people are just not ready. Sometimes people need space. They need space to get their lives. They need space to gain a couple of more bad experiences so that way they can appreciate the good experience that you are. A lot of people can't appreciate something unless they lose it. It's the Paradise Lost syndrome. They have to lose something, and then lo and behold, they realize that they really had it good. But in the moment, they thought that this person was not enough, or this person was whack, or just not what they wanted. But lo and behold, it turned out that it was their issue and their lack of appreciation that was the problem. So you got to leave people to their lack of appreciation. You don't appreciate me now? Okay, don't worry. After you get a taste of what's out there, you're going to appreciate me. Watch. After you see the people are selfish, energy suckers, you're going to appreciate the person that I am, the healer that I am. You know? Leave people to their own stupidity, because a lot of people, to be honest, they're not bad people, they just lack awareness. They lack awareness and they need a couple of knocks and a couple of hard experiences to really appreciate the truth that is you. And that's when you have to learn how to call it. Time of death. So that way you can start respecting yourself. And this will, like I said, initially this will be hard, but as you practice it over and over again, it'll be easy. You'll start doing it the moment you start talking with them. You meet somebody new, the moment that they start talking something that just sounds like a bunch of BS, time of death. Now, because you don't got time for that. Your time is precious, and it should never be wasted on dealing with stupid people who can't appreciate you. Point blank. So this is Lewis Speaks 2021. I hope this video has been helpful. Learn how to call it. Know when to call it. There's some tools in here that can definitely help you with recognizing when it's time to call it. Use those tools. Put those in practice. And I guarantee you this will be the beginning of a beautiful relationship that you'll have with yourself. This is Lewis Speaks 2021, wishing everybody a safe and wonderful journey. Peace.